everyone, it's Emma from Dolphin Class. Today I'm going to show you how to make salt dough. For this video you're going to need some plain flour, some salt and some water. You'll also need a mixing bowl, a rolling pin or something flat that you could roll with, a wooden spoon for mixing. I've got some animal cutters here, but any shape cutters will be good. And also something that you can put your salt dough shapes on after you have cut them out. I've also got a cup so that I can measure my ingredients, but again, anything you can use that is good for measuring is ideal. So first off, I'm going to start. You'll need about 1 cup of flour. So, pour some flour into the cup. Okay. Put that into my bowl. And then the same for the salt. So again, about 1 cup of salt. Again, tip that into the bowl with the flour. Now I'm just going to give those a quick mix round in the bowl. There we go. And then you want to add about half a cup of water. Pouring roughly half. It doesn't matter if you don't get quite enough because you can always add little bits as you're mixing afterwards. And I'm just going to pour that into the middle of the bowl. And then this thread gets a bit messy. You're going to have to use your hands and your fingers to mix the ingredients together. It gets very sticky and very messy. Now mine is quite wet, so I'm going to add some more flour into mine. You might find that you'll need to keep adding ingredients if it's not mixing properly. So if it's too wet, add more flour. But again, if it's too dry, you'll need to add some more water. And then you'll need to keep mixing it and kneading it with your fingers and your hands until it is all sticking together. It might take a little while to do this. You might want to put some music on or something in the background to keep you occupied whilst you're mixing. Okay, so you can see mine is starting to mix together. You're going to get very messy fingers doing this. If you want, you might want to wear some gloves whilst you're doing it, if you don't like getting messy fingers. Okay. I'm going to take it out of my bowl once I think it's roughly made. And you'll want a flat surface, so a table or your kitchen side are probably the best place to do this. I'm just going to get rid of this excess on my fingers here. You'll want your rolling pin, and we're just going to start very carefully flattening our dough. You don't want to roll too thin, otherwise your shapes will fall apart. Okay. Very carefully turn it over. Same the other way, flatten it out. And then I'm going to use some of my cutters. I've got some animals because in Investigators we've been learning about different animals. So I've got my elephant here. Now you want to start on the edges, just very carefully push your cutter in, give it a little wiggle, and then take it out. Put a around the cutter shapes and then very carefully pick them up and put them onto your drying rack. I'm just going to do a couple more. So, butterfly, and then I'll do one more. I've got a rabbit. Again, just push it in near the edge, give it a little wiggle around, carefully take it out, peel around the edges, lift it off, and place it onto your drying rack. Now there's two ways to let these set or to let them harden. You could either ask a grown-up to put them in the oven, and they probably need between 2 and 3 hours on quite a high heat to harden, or you could just leave them on the side and let them dry overnight.